Hello everyone, my name is Mehek. I hope you guys are fine, you all are safe, and like always, I also hope that you guys are reading. Back with the book of the week. While I was reading this, mentally I was in Finland because the book is all about Finland, and I think I am obsessed about visiting Finland now. The book is The Finnish Way. Okay, the author's name is difficult to pronounce, but I'm gonna try. It's Katja Pantzar. Yeah. Anyways, quick fact about the author. She's a journalist. She shifted to Finland for a year for a temporary project, but she fell in love with the country. She found the love of her life, and she got married, she had children, and she finally decided to settle in Finland. So anyways, through this book, she explores the Finland city, and this book is a very practical guide of simple tips and ways that the people of Finland use to promote mental health and well-being. So Finland is not like, no country is perfect, they say. In spite of its challenges, they have these really long winter days, and because of which there's social isolation, etc. So it has its own share of challenges and issues. In spite of that, people really are happy there. They overcome all those challenges. And one of the reasons, that author says that is this really powerful attitude, which is strongly spoken about in the book, is the attitude of Sisu. So it's spelled as Sisu, but it is pronounced as Sisu. So what this attitude basically is, I'm going to read it out, the definition which is in the book. It is a Finnish concept that dates back to the 1500s, so it's not recently coined. It's a unique type of attitude of resilience, of not giving up in the face of challenge, big or small, that anyone can develop. So basically you have this courage and you have attitude that whatever I have in my life, whatever challenges I have in my life, I'm not going to give up. And the author says that is what keeps the Finnish people going and happy, that no matter what challenges they face as a citizen, they are just so courageous people, and they will get up and they will face every challenge heads on. Now there are various factors that influence this attitude. So the author explores, like I said, it's a practical guide. There are simple ways that says how do these people remain happy and how do they promote their mental health and well-being. So right from the author has discussed something called as winter swimming, cycling, the benefits of cycling, the benefits of Nordic diet, or what exactly is Nordic diet. Then she's also spoken about sustainability. So quickly, I think I'm going to take you through some of my favorite points of each of these chapters that the author has discussed. So the first is the winter swimming. I don't know how many of you know, but if you're active on Instagram and social media in general, and if you follow some international influencers, you might have seen that they take these winter, ice cold dips, or they go for this winter swimming, which is, the water is brought down to 1 degree Celsius, and you basically, immerse yourself for not more than 30 seconds or maximum of 1 minute. So this is a very common phenomena in Finland, although their winters are like crazy, the temperature going in minus. And they have dedicated place where people go for winter swimming. I know it sounds crazy. Imagine the water is minus degree and you go, the weather outside is minus degree and the water is like I said, it's brought down to 1 degree Celsius, and you go skinny deep in the freezing water. So yeah, it sounds insane, but the author has discussed that what benefits that has. So I'll read it out to you, the benefits that this ice tipping or winter swimming has. So she says that it can provide stress relief as the cold releases stress hormones. Continuous exposure to cold water improves cold tolerance in general. It improves immunity. It provides pain relief. It is a natural stimulant when feeling tired. So people in Finland, they avoid, grabbing medicines or capsules, painkillers at every go. Most of the people, including the author, rely on these winter swimming because it is believed to, relieve all their pains and stress and anxiety they might be suffering, which is very interesting. But I know in India and a lot of places this is not possible. But one thing that I have imbibed in my daily routine is, earlier I used to be like hot showers, but now every day I take these really whatever the temperature is at the shower, like really cold showers, because I think especially in the morning it's very beneficial. I read that it kind of speeds up your metabolism as well, and it's good for the immunity. Also, I've seen the difference, when I take cold showers in the morning, it kind of wakes me up, which obviously I don't feel the same when I take a warm or a hot shower. So maybe you could try that. Another thing is, which I'm sure all of us know, which, people in Finland, it's just a part of their life, or it's just a way of life, which is the benefits of walk in the forest or the green space. Now, we need to understand that there's a lot of difference, of course. Finland, the population, in India, the population, or for that matter in Bombay. Plus, the infrastructure is like that. Lots of parks, big roads, and a lot of nature, space that promotes being out in the nature and outdoors. Unfortunately, it's not the same here. But still, the author says, that if you cannot go to like a forest or something, we have community gardens, around us. We have the beach. Might not be clean all the time, but yeah, we have the beach, we have the Marine Drive, I'm talking about Mumbai, we have national park, we have community gardens in the area. So whatever chance you get, just go out in the nature. So they say that being out in the nature helps to reduce stress and anxiety, and it also alleviates mild depression. And even a 15-minute walk in the greens, is really beneficial, and it only helps if you put away your mobile phone. So it shouldn't be like you're taking a walk in the forest or in your community garden and you're on the phone browsing, so that doesn't help. So I know we don't have the forest, the luxury of going to a forest or a lot of green spaces around if you're living in the city. But yes, we do have gardens. Like, I make sure, like, I'm an outdoor person when it comes to exercise. So I make sure I go in the garden, have a jog, have a walk, just be there out, when I'm surrounded by some trees and nature. And it definitely helps, especially after the end of a long day, at work. Okay, very interesting thing that, I came to know about Finland is that, they have this something called as the famous baby box. So if you're a lady and if you're in Finland and you are expecting lady in Finland, you're going to deliver a baby, the government sends you this fabulous baby box, which has all the supplies, I think, which last for 5-6 months. So everything from it's there, like all the articles are carefully packed and things that you're going to need. So they have baby proof nail scissors, you have a soft brush, a set of soft cotton jumpers, pants, tops, and in general neutral colors that can easily be interchanged. There's a bib, a full winter suit complete with hat and booties and mittens and baby lotions and everything that a baby would need. The government sends you that, which was amazing, I felt. And that's also the reason, like in 2015, Finland had the lowest infant mortality rate, which is great, I think. I was like, wow. Okay, another chapter which is again very interesting is Sisu for kids. So like I said, this attitude of not giving up in the face of challenges in your life is something that Finland promotes and incorporates right at the start. Like when the kids are in the kindergarten, they teach them not to give up. They teach them to be outdoor as much as possible. They teach them to recycle and just not give away. Like there was this example that we teach the kid, if it's Mother's Day, they can use stuff which is at their house and make something for their mothers, which will obviously be more special rather than rushing out to the store. So things like have an unstructured outdoor play. Let them, enjoy the rain and shine. Weather should not be an excuse. Encourage a connection with nature. Let them be out and play in the nature. Let kids climb, jump, and run outdoors. Let them play with the leaves and the trees and go for evening strolls. Instead of buying ready-made toys and games, let the kids build out, things using cereal boxes or other items headed for the recycle bins or garbage, so things that can be recycled and reused. Teach your kids to do that. And cultivate a supportive environment for not giving up something doesn't work out immediately. So cultivate an environment where kids learn not to give up, even if they are failing. Let them try again and again. Don't be like, acha theek hai, nahi ho raha hai to chhod do. So don't have that attitude. The next is on the Nordic diet, I think, which was amazing. So the author says that it's very easy in Finland. You'll never see people. If you'll tell someone, oh, you've lost weight, it will never be because of any fad diets or anything. People do not believe in fad diets here. All they believe is cutting down on junk and sugar and pedaling their way to work, like cycling or going for swimming. And there's this very useful Nordic diet tip that I found very useful, and I think I'm going to follow it. So they basically say that when you take a plate, always make sure that the half of the plate should be vegetables or salads, anything, steamed vegetables, raw vegetables or salads. Another half is divided into 2 quarters. So 1 quarter is all your starch food, so it can be rice or pasta or cereal or anything, and the remaining quarter should be protein rich food, so anything like your meat, eggs, fish, etc. So the one half of your plate is vegetables, 1 quarter is starchy food, and 1 quarter is your protein, which I found extremely helpful. And that's what they do, Finland people. They cut down on the sugar. They have this balanced diet which has some proteins and starch. Obviously carbs are necessary too, and of course there's a lot of emphasis on vegetables. So yeah, again a very useful tip. Another chapter which is again very interesting is and useful is the benefits of cycling. Now I know again our infrastructure does not support, nor does our weather support cycling, but I have a cycle and I try to inculcate that in my workout. So maybe we can do that. Like our metros, they do have, like Mumbai Metro now has this you can take your cycles, but then again it becomes very difficult because the roads, potholes, and the weather, like in summers or rains, it's very difficult to ride bicycle. But the author says cycling has so many benefits. So if maybe you can not it's difficult for us to commute back and forth to work, but maybe you can think about if you have to go short distances in your area, grocery shopping, or just go in your neighborhood. For that, maybe you can rely on cycling because it has ample of benefits. It elevates your mood. Again, it provides stress relief. It also helps in boosting creativity and brain power, and it's also very enjoyable. The next is movement as a medicine. So the author says use any opportunity. Like in Finland, people are always on the go. Like they use every opportunity to have movement in their life. So whether it is taking stairs, having walking meeting, and using they also do something called as supplement household chores. So on days when it's also called incidental exercises, so you don't have time or you don't have not managed to work out, do some work at home, whether it could be cleaning, or like if you have a lawn or garden, you could just do that. Or like the other day, on weekend I didn't get time to work out, but I actually cleaned my bookshelf from top to bottom, which was a kind of a mini workout. So the author says try and use some moment in your daily life, which is so important, especially for people like us, like me, who's on the desk in front of the laptop. And now I have started, I make sure that I get up every half an hour and have like a 5 minutes movement, which is so important. And lastly, which is on sustainability, which I'm sure most of you know. So Finland has this, really nice community garage sale where people come together and, we all of us have something which is in excess or which we don't need, yet it is in a good condition and someone might need it. So, your thrift stores are upcoming, and it's always nice to buy. If second hand is an option, please consider it. And that's one more thing, the author says that in Finland, this ideology also promotes that it's important that you end up not buy, cheap products, because then they won't have resale value. If you buy a good quality product, it is going to last long, and even if you bring it in the second hand market, there'll be a buyer for it, whereas if you buy cheap products, they don't last longer and they ultimately end up in garbage bins, which does not really do good for the environment. And then they say that instead of buying or outsourcing a well-being service, can you do it for yourself or a friend? So a lot of times there are things which we outsource. So the people in Finland, they always consider if this is something that I could do it for a friend, or a friend could do it for me. So these are some of the things that broadly that the people in Finland do to promote their health and well-being. I think I took away so many valuable tips from this book that I'm definitely going to imbibe in my lifestyle, the top one being obviously the Nordic diet. Yeah, so that's all on this wonderful, absolutely fabulous book. I recommend to each one of you. Yeah, so I'm gonna see you guys next week with another title. Till then, take care, bye bye.